Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is ThePromG. Welcome back to a brand new video. And what for you guys today is my monthly manga reading log for the month of May. This month I got a lot of amazing manga reading done. I finished up a couple series as well as started a few that I'm really enjoying, so I can't wait to share them with you guys today. I read a pretty insane variety of manga series this month, so this should be a very interesting video and I cannot wait to talk about all these amazing series that I've been reading as of late. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. Also, if you're shopping on Right Stuff, then make sure to use my affiliate link to be linked down in the description below. You get manga for amazing prices. Also help support the channel. And while you're down there, make sure to join the Discord community. Lots of amazing stuff going on over there. You definitely do not want to miss out. But with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the manga that I read over the month of May. Alright, so starting things off here, the first series that I read this month is actually a series that I've been reading for over a year, I think, and it's just taken me so long to get through these volumes, but I'm very proud to announce that this month I finished up Buddha by Osamu Tezuka. I think I started this series in my freshman year of college, and now I'm going into my junior year, which is kind of crazy, but you know, it was time. I had to buckle down, and I finished volumes 3 through 8 of Buddha this month. Now, I still don't really know why this series took me such a long time to read. The books are decent size, but you know, once I got into them, I rarely wanted to put them down. I don't know, maybe just being an older series, it's a little bit more of a slow burn, but I still really enjoyed Buddha nevertheless. The story following Buddha's life is extremely interesting, as well as the classic Osamu Tezuka art style is just timeless and made this series really unique and enjoyable. So even though I finished reading Buddha this month, I'm very excited to get into Tezuka's other works that I currently own, such as Aiko and Message to Adolf. I plan on reading both of those very soon. The next manga that I've been reading this month is another timeless classic, and that of course is Wolf and Cub. After having this series sit on my shelf for almost about a year, I'd say at this point, and just having not read it after several attempts to get into it, I finally started this series and I ended up reading volumes 1 through 15 this month, and so far I am really loving Wolf and Cub. The story starts off pretty episodic, and in all truth it still is pretty episodic in nature, even to volume 15 where I'm at. Basically, it follows Ogami Ito and his son Daigoro as they go doing assassinations for 500 Ryo, but all the while this overarching plot, this feud with the Yagyu clan is kind of forming in the shadows behind the scenes. It comes to the forefront at times, but I've heard near the end of the series this plot kind of comes to the forefront and it's absolutely amazing, so I'm really looking forward to getting to that point in the story. As far as ranking the samurai series that I've read thus far, I'm gonna have to put this one behind Vagabond and Blade the Immortal for now, but if the things I've heard about the later parts of the series are true, then I can definitely see this one overtaking Vagabond, but we'll just have to wait and see. And on a completely different note, the next manga volume that I read this month is volume 1 of Resident Evil, The Marhawa Desire. I found this volume at my local half-price books, and being a pretty rare series and also as a casual fan of the Resident Evil franchise, I had to go ahead and pick this one up. I read it and honestly, I did not expect to enjoy this one as much as I did. Do I think that the Resident Evil manga is going to be one of my favorite manga of all time? No, by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think that's possible, but I really did enjoy this first volume of this series and ended up making a full video on this first volume, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below where I go full in depth on what I thought of this volume. Definitely check out that video if you have not already. The next series that I've been working on this month is actually not a manga, but rather a light novel. I'm sure it comes as no surprise. I'm talking about Classroom of the Elite. This month I read volume 3. With every volume that I read of this series, I just find myself becoming more and more invested in the story, the plot, and the characters as we get to learn about the characters specifically, and we get more developments with the story. It's just super intriguing. And this volume right here, volume number 3, is definitely no exception. This is the volume where they go on this vacation, where it ends up actually being a test where they have to survive for a week out in the wilderness. You know, when I started reading Classroom of the Elite, I never thought that the story would kind of veer off into this survival arc, which, you know, I'm all here for because I really enjoyed. This is definitely one of the most enjoyable parts of the story that I read as of yet. As this test carries out, there's a lot of interesting twists, some conflicts between the classes, as well as some crazy development for the characters, especially our main character. Right from the beginning, I knew that Ayano Koji was a smart dude, but man, at the end of this volume, my mind was absolutely blown by his thought process. It kind of reminded me of, I won't spoil anything for Persona 5, but you know, the pancake scene near the end of the game, I mean, that level of just your mind being blown. Needless to say, I really enjoyed the third volume of Classroom of the Elite, and I'm very excited to dig into volume 4 very, very soon. And the next manga that I ended up reading this month is another manga series that I ended up completing, and that is going to be Boccarano Hours. Now, this month I read volumes 6 through 11 after receiving some volumes of this in the mail, which I unboxed in my most recent manga unboxing video. And literally as soon as I got done recording that video, I hopped right back into Boccarano Hours after a couple months of hiatus. And man, if this is not one of the most addicting manga series that I've ever read, I absolutely loved the story. There's constantly something going on and a very interesting plot to boot that always kept me engaged. So yeah, I really enjoyed my read through of Boccarano Hours. Very addicting read. And I've heard that a lot of people who have read or watched the anime for Boccarano say that, you know, the series just made them really depressed and broke them down. And while I can see why someone might react to the series that way, personally, I didn't feel, you know, too sad about the outcome of the series or the events that occurred throughout the entire story. But I will admit that there are a few moments in this series, particularly the volumes that I read this month, rather the past couple days since I've had the volumes. You know, there's some pretty intense and dark moments in the story, especially in this final volume. Of course, I won't spoil anything, but yeah, definitely not for the faint of heart by any means. Overall, I think Boccarano Hours is a great manga, one I would highly recommend. I'd give it about 8 stars out of 10. Really enjoyed my read through of this, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who's interested. Anyways, guys, that's all the manga that I read over the month of May. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So yeah, this has been ThePromG. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, hope to catch you in the next one.